Hey, Tim, that's great. You sound just like Whitney Houston in a garage.
I go watch it, but I'm not going to sing.
Here we go.
You're not going to sing a Sade song?
Man, I crack all
or
that
Rapper's
up.
Delight?
No, I mess all that up.
Yeah, he's old enough to do Rapper's Delight.
Thank you.
All right, the jar says Dalvin Cook wants to be a Jet because he knows in his heart they give him the best chance to win a Super Bowl.
I agree with the jar.
That's what I'm talking about.
I agree with the jar.
The jar is money. Yes.
The few times I do agree with the jar.
Because think about this, and even if you're a Dolphin fan, it's like, man, I want Dalvin Cook. You should want Dalvin Cook. Makes a lot of sense from a player standpoint and him getting to play at home in front of his friends and family, et cetera. Makes all the sense in the world. But if you're Dalvin Cook, play it this way. Dalvin Cook, let's say for just a moment that he could pick his team, and it's always been AFC East related, rumor-wise this last month. Mm-hmm. Would you rather play with Tua or would you rather play with Aaron Rodgers? And that's not a knock on Tua. Mm-hmm. You'd rather play with Aaron Rodgers, right?
I would. A guy that's proven, a guy that understands, he's been to the mountaintop. That's the guy you want to learn and be around.
No doubt about it. All right, what else we got here in the jar? Okay. It's a long one.
Yes.
Public testimony factually stating that we not only have UFOs, but their pilots as well, is the biggest, most important story in the history of the world. But it's not as important as Aaron Rodgers being so selfless.
That sounds like another
Carton.
I might have snuck that.
I'm not going to lie.
That sounds like another
You think I snuck that one out?
But I do believe in UFOs and all that type of stuff. I think they have captured some and got it. I just believe it.
Yeah, the truth is out there, Timmy.
There was testimony in front of Congress yesterday.
We already knew.
Yeah, we already knew.
We just confirmed it.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to choke in here.
Yeah. It's the jaw.
Looks like your basement in the afternoon, Chris.
Okay. Funny. And my office in about an hour. The Anaheim Angels will regret not trading Ohtani for decades to come.
I agree with that.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. This is such a mistake. It's such a big mistake. But man.
I can't think of the last time this happened. You have a generational talent that you know wants out because you never win there, is going to go to one of a bunch of places, and rather than get a boatload of dudes in return, you're just going to let them walk away? It just doesn't make any sense.
We're just going to laugh about it in 2 months when they don't make it to October.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Then he's a free agent. He goes on the free agent tour.
Yes, he does.
And that means maybe he'll be a Yankee.
Nope.
All right. Here we go. I think this is the last one in the jar. Trey Lance will never start another game for the San Francisco 49ers. Hard to predict that it's wrong, right? If Purdy stays healthy.
Yes, if Purdy stay healthy, yes.
Yeah, the only problem with that is it's rare, believe it or not, these days for, more than half the quarterbacks in the league to play all 17 games now that they play 17. So assuming something happens where he misses a game or two, or Trey Lance, but then Sam Darnold could be the guy.
Or if they clinch the division, then they want to sit out Purdy.
Yeah, that's way ahead. But yeah, you're right. Sure. Yeah. If they've got home field advantage clinched week 16, they might sit him down. Yeah. To make sure that he's healthy. The Trey Lance thing, listen, do I feel bad for Trey Lance? No. That being said, he did nothing wrong.
No,
he got hurt.
Of course.
We never got to see what Trey Lance was capable of doing. Nobody's fault. It's not like San Francisco screwed him. He got hurt. He couldn't play. Next man up.
Well, lucky for him is that he's a quarterback, a young quarterback in this league. His runway for getting another starting opportunity is very, very long. So whether it's in San Francisco or on another team, I do believe he'll have an opportunity to compete for a starting.
Now, I will say this.
Look at Tom Brady and Bledsoe.
Yeah. It's hard to see you, Tim. I'm not sure if you're still
Well, you got all this smoke. You know what's going on here.
Let me put a cap on the jar. The jar is now closed for the day. That's
what happened with Tom Brady and Bledsoe.
Yeah.
Bledsoe got hurt.
Yep.
They inserted Tom. They didn't know Tom was going to do that.
No, they did not. You couldn't have predicted what he
Tom
did.
At all.
I will say this, though. I think, for me at least, when the San Francisco 49ers brought in Sam Darnold, who's now officially a journeyman quarterback, but has shown some flashes here and there. He can make every throw.
Yep.
He's just not the guy that everybody thought he was going to be. To me, that was San Francisco acknowledging we're kind of done with Trey Lance. Because why would you bring in another veteran quarterback to back up Trey Lance and Brock Purdy if you really believe that if Purdy goes down, we have total faith and trust that Trey Lance can be the guy? They don't think that way.
Or what happened against the Philadelphia Eagles happened. I have a quarterback.
Yes.
I mean, you don't think that they thinking that way?
Yes, but I have to say, if you thought Trey Lance was the guy, but you're not going to bench Purdy because he's undefeated other than the Eagle game, but I don't go get Sam Darnold because it's a waste of a roster space.
Yeah.
You got to be cautious. What happened to them in that Eagles game?
Yeah, that's very rare.
But it happened.
It did happen.
It happened. But they wasn't ready for it.
It's like a hole in one. It happens, but it's rare.
But don't other teams have 3 quarterbacks or
every
2
team
quarterbacks?
carries an emergency quarterback, a third quarterback.
Exactly. So they was caught without that.
Yeah, of course, the New York Jets had a special teams gunner as their emergency quarterback last year, but that's no longer our problem, Victor Cruz, because Aaron Rodgers is the most selfless quarterback in all the land. A $35 million haircut. Why? Because the man wants to win, and not just one. He wants to win 2 as the New York Jet quarterback, and we are well on our way to multiple parades. Dalvin Cook might be a Jet. Find out why right after this on FS1.